Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Random Wrestling Talk episode number 30. Today, we're going to discuss a lot of the WWE news and rumors going on in the wrestling business. Go over what is going on with WrestleMania 36, where the new location is, which is going to be my first article I'm going to discuss with you guys. There's actually two articles, one from yesterday and one to today, for today to confirm whether or not the WrestleMania 36 show is actually taking place at the location they thought yesterday. So, let's go right into it, guys. So, one article is reading that there is actually WrestleMania 36 is expected to take place at multiple locations, one of which is a speculation that WrestleMania matches and or segments could be taking place from Full Sail University, with numerous production trucks being seen in the parking lot, which someone took a picture of, and it was actually mentioned later on today, dealing with the latest news regarding this, for the production trucks and what's going on with WrestleMania. So Mike Johnson actually fills us in on why we had these production trucks by Full Sail University. Mike Johnson from PW Insider noted the following regarding television production for this week's WWE tapings, which include WrestleMania 36. We are told that WWE has everyone in town for the Performance Center tapings locked down at one hotel. They have completely taken over with morning production meetings in a conference room. In addition to that, only Florida-based producers like Jamie Noble, Adam Pearce, Road Dogg, and Shawn Michaels are being used for the tapings. In an update on the production trucks being seen at Full Sail University yesterday, the belief is that the WWE taped NXT matches and segments there. It is still unknown if Full Sail University will be used as an additional location for WrestleMania 36 matches and segments. Now, I'm going to say this. I personally feel that some of these matches belong at Full Sail University, especially Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Championship. I think that would be the most suitable venue for them to take this match at that venue. I think that would be a great opportunity for them. I think it would also it'd make a lot of sense to do that, since the fact that this is for the NXT Women's Championship and the Full Sail University is where all their shows take place to begin with. So to me, that would make a lot of sense. Another thing I will mention, at the Performance Center, and if they do anything at any of these other locations, please have the set look somewhat remotely like WrestleMania, giving us that WrestleMania feel. Have some sort of investment into this, not just going in there going, we're just going to throw some fucking matches together, and here you go, take it or leave it, fuck you. But chances are they'll probably do that. Come on, this is WWE, what do we expect? So, that is just some of the information on an update what's going on with the rumors going around where the second location might be taking place. Now, let's get into another situation that's being rumored, actually been confirmed, is 2 extra matches. Now, these 2 extra matches, one of which I'm okay with, the other I'm not so okay with. So, here's what we have. WWE announced the following, and by the way, this is all coming from NoDQ.com. This is where I'm getting all my information from. WWE announced this. 2 superstars looking for a fight, a rivalry nobody saw coming, and one stage big enough to host it. Yeah, okay, if it was being taken place in a large stadium like Raymond James Stadium. But that will never happen. Thank you, coronavirus, and thank you, the Chinese. Anyway, in one of the most intriguing matchups of WrestleMania season, Aleister Black will go one-on-one with Bobby Lashley at this year's history-making edition of the Showcase of the Immortals. My personal feeling on that one I will get into after I read the rest of this crappy dialogue. While the two have had little to no interaction of late, gee, that's a real good reason for this match not to happen. They make perfect sense as opponents. Gee, I can't wait to read further into this bullshit and find out what they're trying to make sense of. Black has made it clear in recent weeks that he's no longer willing to wait for fights to come to his way, opting to seek out matches with anyone on Raw who's unwise enough to take them. Okay, likewise, Lashley has reintroduced himself in a major way, transforming from wife-stealing Casanova to human wrecking machine again, in a matter of weeks, as a way to bulldoze his way back into title contention. Okay. So, further dialogue on this shit by WWE. In other words, this match is a classic case of two people looking to make a statement with each suddenly the other's biggest roadblock to the next level. That dialogue, that fucking grammar was absolutely horrible. Whatever. And now, like the classic math problem, these two trains are on a collision course with WrestleMania as the shared destination. Sometimes it's just that simple. No, it's not, you fucking assholes. Why the hell is Bobby Lashley and Aleister Black facing each other? All this is just an excuse to add a fucking match to the card so we can say, here you go, here's WrestleMania, let's stack it up with as many fucking people we possibly can so we can have a fucking show. And we can say we had WrestleMania no matter what happened dealing with the coronavirus. In front of no fucking audience. That's another thing that troubles me. Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley. Now, if they build a story around this, it would work. There was no story built around this. It just was randomly put together. Why? Why are we randomly putting shit together? There needs to be a purpose or reason behind it. Their only purpose or reason behind this and explanation is, oh, Aleister Black wants a match. He wants to look for a fight. And he's got Bobby Lashley for that fight because we decided so to be the case. Because he's become no longer Lana's bitch. He's now his own man again. And he's a bulldozing wrecking machine. Which he should have been when he first started. Now all of a sudden they've taken an interest in making him seem somewhat important. Putting him with Aleister Black. This is a fucking dumb match that I have no interest in whatsoever. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second match, which I actually have an interest in. We have the Street Profits actually going on to face the Andrade and Angel Garza for the tag team titles on the line for the Raw Tag Team Championship. I fully agree with this. I fully agree with this idea. I love this matchup. I think it is going to be a good one. Andrade and Angel Garza, I don't think should happen. With them winning the tag team titles. Andrade is already the U.S. champion. I think this match could play into them becoming enemies. Eventually, splitting Angel Garza with the manager, and so forth. So, I honestly think that match would make sense. Then again, I don't know. So, let me, I just drew a blank spot in my brain here on who Andrade's manager is. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh, Zelina Vega. Excuse me. I am so sorry about that. I ought to be condemned for that. Zelina Vega, them choosing between who they should get Zelina Vega's services, I think that would make a lot of sense. I think that would be a very good storyline They could make Andrade and Angel Garza compete over the managerial services of Zelina Vega, and then also tie the U.S. Championship in here. So both of them being a prize for the services and also being champion at the same time. I think that would be an awesome way to put these two guys together as a rivalry. This match should be the way they play into building that rivalry and making that actually happen later on. I think that would be the best thing for them to do. This would give Street Profits a good title defense against two guys that are very talented, probably can gel very well together as a tag team, but probably will be better building a story around them competing over championship gold for the United States title and Zelina Vega's services as a manager. I think that would be the best thing for them to do with these two people. Now, them being tag team champions ain't so bad, but then what are you doing with the Street Profits? If anything, you're making them lose to two guys that have never tag teamed together as an official tag team group. So, them losing to them beating the Street Profits, I don't think would do them any good. It wouldn't make the tag team division any good. It wouldn't give any value to Andrade or Angel Garza in this sense. They would just be tied together. This needs to turn into a rivalry for these two guys. This match needs to be just happening for the sake of happening because Andrade and Angel Garza are sharing the manager services of Zelina Vega. And they're probably a good tag team, but at the end of the day, Street Profits need to have this win, eventually leading to a rivalry between Andrade and Angel Garza for a competition over the U.S. Championship and Zelina Vega. I think that would be a great idea for them to go with. So that's just my personal opinion on that. Please leave your comments and opinions down below on that subject, about the Angel Garza and Andrade match I brought up to you guys and whatnot. So I definitely want to hear some of the responses on that one. Now, let's get into something that really troubled the shit out of me. This one was really fucking stupid. I think, anyway. Actually, I'm going to make... this was Baron Corbin talking about the WWE roster being complacent and content with their spots. I'll actually talk about that last. The next thing I'm actually going to talk about is negotiations with WWE and ESPN+. Now, with the things going on with the coronavirus, there's definitely been a factor played into that. But there has been also other things that have played into this, which I got information on ODQ.com through Dave Meltzer. He discussed the status of the negotiations between ESPN Plus and WWE. So this is what Dave Meltzer has mentioned. I've heard that they're far apart on money. Vince wants a figure, and I don't know if it's accurate. They are in negotiations, but the figure I heard, and again, I don't know if it's accurate. I'm not giving the number, but it is way more, it's way higher than the UFC number, and I thought, well, there's no way that they're paying that. And maybe it's like a first number, or Vince actually believes that his pay-per-views are worth more than UFC's. And again, ESPN's going to jump into a big financial thing. They're going to, let me repeat that. Are they going to really bump into some big financial thing with WWE with the way the state of WWE is? That's not really mentioned in that quote, but I just kind of added on to that. But he just kind of says that ESPN, he really wonders if they want to jump into a big financial thing with WWE. And I feel personally, to add on to that, is why the hell would they? WWE is producing nothing important. They have no substance to their program. I think AEW would have a better shot at getting a deal with ESPN Plus because they are more sport-like. WWE is not. They have nothing compared to UFC. UFC has got better numbers than WWE. In my personal opinion, I feel that way. Honestly, if you look at the attendance for UFC events on every type of event, they are no lower than 10,000 people in arenas. WWE, on the other hand, arena ticket sales absolutely have sucked heavily. I have heard that they've given away fucking tickets to shows that are not producing jack squat. So if you're going to tell me that they're a better product than UFC, you're fucking insane. They are not. I have actually had more interest in watching UFC lately than WWE in itself. That is pathetic. Because I'm a wrestling-based person. I really love professional wrestling. But my God, UFC puts on better shows. And if they are hyping up their pay-per-views to the point where they're doing WWE-like stuff to hype it up, who the fuck cares? They're delivering. On most of their shows, they are delivering. I have enjoyed a lot of their events as the last couple of years have gone. I haven't been too disappointed in their shows. And I'll be quite frank with you. I don't know who the fuck in their right mind would invest in WWE with the state it's in. It is absolute garbage. They are asking for way too much money than what UFC is asking for when it comes to pay-per-view buys. It's fucking ridiculous. So, other thing that was mentioned down below after this quote, the belief is that the deal won't be reached at the moment due to the coronavirus outbreak and the current uncertainty of where the economy stands. That's going to play a big factor into whether or not even ESPN Plus will play into doing anything with WWE and buying any rights to their pay-per-view products. So, that's something I definitely agree with. I think is heavily a big thing for this situation and this negotiation process between ESPN Plus and WWE. That's how I feel on that. So, now let's get into the big fucking wad of shit. Baron Corbin. Oh, God. Baron Corbin. This guy has the audacity to mention anything about people being complacent or content with being a mid-card to a sitting-at-home type of guy. Let's read this bullshit. See how fucking bullshit it really is. Baron Corbin recently appeared on Corey Graves' After the Bell podcast and talked about wanting the top spot in WWE. Holy fuck. WWE gives this guy the top spot in WWE. I definitely am not watching this program. Not under the circumstances that this character is under. Baron Corbin's character is horrendous. It is fucking terrible. I don't know where the fuck he comes off talking about complacency within this fucking company, but he has a lot of balls to even say anything about it. Because he ain't doing fucking nothing with his career right now, and it's shit. So, he goes on to say, I respect Roman, unbelievably, and Seth. Oh, wow, what ass-kissing motherfucker he is. Why don't you suck Vince McMahon's cock while you're at it? And all those other guys, Brock Lesnar and John Cena, I want their spot. That's just the bottom line. Sure, I see you craving to get their spot so much, King Corbin. Yeah, King Corbin, my God, help me. I think that if you don't want that spot, you don't belong here. Very true, I have to agree with you on that, but your character sucks. Go ahead and do something about it. Vent your frustrations, because they ain't getting you nowhere and definitely ain't getting to get you as a main eventer in my mind. And I think that would frustrate a lot of people, because people are content at sitting in the middle or sitting at home and getting paid. I have to agree on that. Definitely a lot of statements he's saying make sense, but at the end of the day, his character sucks. It's not going to go nowhere. It's not going to succeed. And so he goes on to say, and that irritates me to no end, because I'm going, if you don't want to be the best here, don't be here. Leave, because you're hurting what we do. Can't deny that. I want a whole roster of guys that want to be John Cena. Not want to be John Cena, but they want to be on the level of John Cena. They want to take what we do and fill stadiums every single night. They want to go out, whether there's 1,200 people there or they want to go out, or it's 103,000 people there. And they are going to give you the same effort and performance that I expect. And I think that's part of the problem with some of the guys here, is that they are just content with being blah. And for me, that's what frustrates me about being in the main event spot. But Roman's still the guy. I want to be the guy that everybody is going. Put me with Corbin. I want to draw some money with Corbin. I want Lesnar to go. Hey, I want to work with him. Or The Rock to go. If I'm coming back for one more match, it's with Corbin. I have to like the enthusiasm and feelings on his belief of what should be going on the roster. But the problem is, Corbin, your character will never get Brock Lesnar to want to get in the ring with you outside of beating you half to death and make you into a ultimate jobber like Ricochet. The Rock will have nothing to do with you for one more match at WrestleMania. There's no fucking way. He ultimately killed you with that STD comment at the very first SmackDown episode on Fox. I am sorry, but nobody will ever care about you, King Corbin. Nobody. Get rid of the King bullshit. Get back to being the lone wolf, an ass kicker, a guy that takes names and kicks ass. A guy that is interested in winning championships and not walking around with these bullshit dialogues, scripts that he's reading off of because Vince McMahon wants him to suck his cock. I don't get the point behind the comments he just made, but everything I heard from what I read, I agree with. But at the same time, King Corbin, get rid of the Corbin, the fucking King bullshit. You suck. Go back to the lone wolf character. Get some fucking balls on you. Stop having a faction around you. Be on your own. Get something original. Or at least have your character look like it's got some fucking balls, for God's sakes. Your character sucks. God help me. Your character, Corbin, and I'm just talking directly to Corbin right now if I was to sit in front of him and tell him this. But, pal, your fucking character sucks. The old character that I used to remember when you had a full-fledged hair on your head before you decided to start shaving it off because you were going bald. That character kicked ass. This character does nothing for me. Absolutely fucking nothing, and I don't think anyone cares about you. They don't. Maybe there's a couple of fans out there that like your gimmick, your character, but at the end of the day, pal, you're never going to be a main eventer with what you got going for you. It sucks. It's crap. If Kurt Angle went ahead and continued to do this King Angle bullshit, he would have never made it to where he was. He stopped doing the King Angle character for about 3 months after he won the Royal Rumble. Pal, you've been not after Royal Rumble, after King of the Ring. You were King of the Ring in September. In fucking September. Probably even later than that. I don't remember. But pal, you suck. You are the absolute worst. As the character you're portraying, it sucks. It doesn't get over. Period. And I'm tired of repeating myself. Anyway, guys, that is the news and rumors for WWE today. On episode 31 for Random Wrestling Talk, I will discuss a lot of things on whatever I can find of AEW. I'm going to try to keep these two promotions separated from each other. I may also talk about Ring of Honor or any other programs I can possibly, promotions I could look up about and get some information. I doubt I will because of this coronavirus stuff. But I will definitely discuss AEW news and rumors tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow. And tonight, just leave your comments down below. Hit the like button if you like the video. And hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. And I thank you very much for watching. And have a great night, guys.